All right. So the first thing, I like to do is tell you that my room's a mess. Actually, I was working on my well, my Timothy Damits YouTube channel. I was using this. Isn't this kind of creepy? This could be creepy. And then I also got this from the Salvation Army. Ooh, potential creepiness. We'll see. Everything, all the magic is done in the edit. Wait a minute. Am I on? Hold on. Oh, it just showed one. It showed one person. That wasn't me. I think it was someone. I put into some funny tags. So the idea is maybe if someone went on the chat, they could taunt me and tell me crap and be like, "Oh, what's wrong with this guy? What's right with this guy?" Anyways, I'm gonna look up myself, do a sound check, and after I do the sound check, then I'll find out what's going on. Let me see. This is a sound check thing. Israel can't tolerate this guy. Guy Benson, whatever. I did put some fake tags in there just to see if someone would find my channel. I didn't mean any of the tags I put, so it's just for fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can't find myself, so I don't exist. Doesn't show my picture. Delayed. Oh, it doesn't show that someone's watching me either. Delayed. Oh, it doesn't show that someone's watching me either. Delayed. Oh, it doesn't show that someone's watching me either. Delayed. Oh, it doesn't show that someone's watching me either. Delayed. Oh, it doesn't show that someone's watching me either. Sound check's complete. Bye. So I had content. So I went to church tonight. Today we were doing the Psalm, Symphony of Psalms at my church. It doesn't matter what church I go to because probably a lot of people in my church would not agree with my YouTube videos and my YouTube content. And I wouldn't even say God would agree with anything that I'm doing either. But the difference between I'm starting to sound like I did when I was a little 10-year-old. Oh, between the you and me and everything. So the difference between my channels is that this channel is more a channel that I use to kind of work out my ideas. So I didn't really exactly have an idea for my YouTube video coming out in Wednesday. So I just did some random shots and I'm going to see what it looks like when it's all together. Because maybe it'll look like a not funny. My niece was trying to get me to do more of horrifying content. Horrific. I'm not even sure what I'm allowed to say on YouTube. There's a whole mess of words you're not supposed to use. And one of them is anything that could be on the fringe of bad could not be used. So for now, because I want to go get some water and I wanted to put away some of my stuff before my roommate got back. So let me see if we can find some. You know what? I said I wasn't going to buy any more of these. Okay, these are $5, and I'm sure I could. I mean, someone out there could probably use $5 better than me buying these. but this will be my reaction video. So far, I bought 4 of them, and 2 of them are duplicates. Yeah. Right? So 4 and 2 is duplicate. So, oh wait, I wanted to try this. I'm trying to do a face because the way that you get more subscribers is by doing short videos, less than 60 seconds. And the one I did on my channel, my Timothy Damits channel, is Pop Tarts. It got 1,200 views, and then after that, it pootered off. So I guess Pop Tarts aren't very significant. Oh, who is this? Oh, this is definitely not one I wanted. Oh, it's the female Hawkeye. Sheesh, I think. Let me build it, and then I'll show you what it is. I'm really going by sound. I shake the box to hear if I could hear the difference in the sound. Jeez. Maybe my niece or nephew or someone, my niece and nephew, they're like in their 20s. So they, yeah, they like stuff like this, maybe. But this is not one I wanted at all. I don't even know who it is. Oh, I like the ponytail. The ponytail's cool. The ponytail could be useful for other uses. So let's see here. This is I have no idea who this character is. So if you know who this character is, let me know. My niece or nephew probably would know this character, but whatever. Yeah. That was a waste of $5 for sure. So I'm really trying to get Wolverine. Because he comes with the Sentinel head that's all crushed up. Like in that X-Men movie. Oh, I'm gonna start yawning. Oh, so boring. So I went to church tonight for the Symphony of Psalms, and it was pretty good. But man, my brain is damaged because I kept on like not falling asleep, but like losing my concentration. Whoever that is, if you know who that is, leave a comment. So that was a waste. So I heard a bunch of little pieces in there. And I think the Wolverine claws are like going to be loose pieces too. So that's not going to be very helpful. My room's a mess. And I'm letting everyone into my messy room. Why does that look crooked in the background? It's an illusion. Nothing's crooked. Nothing is as what it seems. So there's some copyright free music that got on the YouTube machine back in a couple years ago. And Ben Shapiro, this is my great fear about the Biden administration. I'll watch that later, maybe, or tomorrow. The mutant with adamantium skin. Oh, okay. I don't care about that. Trying to look for the music so I can play some music while I walk away. 3D printing. Iron Man. Where the heck is my white bat? There we go. Oh, here we go. This is cool. You ready? Now listen to the commercial.
Essential light trap uses light to attract
and then that'll be it.
Insects. Light-powered attraction, insecticide-free protection. Raid, protection for everyone. SC Johnson.
I'm not going to play the phone going wild. Had to go put away some things because it was something that I did to put away my oh. I also, since I'm trying to, oh my goodness sakes, I don't know where my other phone is. I got an Android and an iPhone, okay? The Android is for doing my, oh shoot. Crap. Left my reader, I think. I got some face wash because I want to try to wash my face. Because, honestly, I went through I think it's a phase, and the phase is coming to an end, that I didn't care about how I looked. I kind of still don't care about how I look, but I'm working on it. I'm working on about caring about how I look. I'm conflicted about how I look. It's weird. Hmm. Something to ponder, and probably having silence doesn't really help the live stream. But I'm doing a live stream because that's what I'm doing with this. Do any content, like really good in-depth content, because I'm working like a lot on my new job. I enjoy my new job. So if you're anybody that I work with, yeah, I mostly enjoy it. But my certification was due, so I took some time recertifying my recertification. So anyways, that was my bad. I do like the hair. I could use the hair for other stuff. Maybe I could even use the body for other stuff too. Retheme the Legos. That's the big deal about Lego. You retheme it. Just like this Baymax. This guy was looking for the Baymax at the Lego store, and he says, "Oh, look, I found Baymax." It was easy to find. The arms are pretty crazy looking. Hobbies. Too many hobbies and not enough time. I think I'm afraid of being bored. I think I'm afraid of being bored. Maybe not. You know what? It just dawned on me. I think I opened this Lego on my last live stream. But I call it Sunday Night Live because I'm alive. I'm live. I'm wasting a little bit of time before I listen to the Living by the Word radio show. I was going to call tonight, but I probably don't have any energy to call or leave any notes or whatever. But maybe I'll go on the Facebook machine and do something. You can catch them on the Facebook machine too. I went to go plug in my phone. I mean, they don't both need to be plugged in, but whoa, moment of silence, watching me put my stuff away. I got some disposable razors. They're chic razors because I don't use Gillette. I shouldn't use any Procter or Gamble. I'm gonna put this guy away in the box. I found a purpose for this. And then this guy I'll just keep here on my desk. And I got my glasses. I left them at my mom's house. My glasses. They help me to get focused. Well, it's crazy. I never needed glasses until I got older. Now I need them. I got an Epic. Oh, this is from April 2023. Epic Times. I bought it. I intended to read it and discuss it and do news, but this plant demonstrates significant. Anyways, I intended to read a newspaper or two to get some ideas about what's going on in this life, but apparently, I don't got it together. And this is an encouragement for those who don't got it together. Until you get it together, just wing it. They say fake it till you make it. I don't know if that's good. Because if you fake it till you make it, that means you're fake. Where's my other dang phone at? Shoot, I'm going to call it. See if I can call my other phone. But I turned the ringer off. So that was kind of dumb. Oh, so a friend of mine says, not doing good. I have severe fibromyalgia, nerve pain. Daily on my feet, working at my back, wrist, depression, anxiety, and I have wrist surgery coming up either November or December. Weeks recovery. Each wrist 2 weeks, can't work. Man, shoot. It's a bit of a bummer. I don't know how to reply to that. I guess I won't. And yeah. Consequences of sin. Consequences. I had one person watching me for 1 second, and they probably saw that I was just some fake freaking streamer. Because I already know. The thing is that you got to have 1,000 subscribers before anybody will watch, kick out the live stream. But this channel is probably shadow banned because I said stupid stuff in the past. Just like that one time when I was on the live chat for the America's Center for Law and Justice show, ACLJ show, on the YouTube machine. I was in the live chat and I said some things that got me booted. And every time I tried a live chat, that was it. I was like shadow. I saw it. I saw the feedback of my own self, but I wasn't able to see. So, like Hank Hanegraaff once said, he used to run a show called The Bible Answer Man. And people would call him and ask questions about the Bible. But he did make a good point. It's like information is free, but someone has to put in the, well, he didn't put it this way, but the way I'm putting it is that it's the analogy with water. The water is free, but you have to pay for the plumbing. And that was one of his slogans that he used to always say. It's like the gospel's free, the Bible's free, but you got to put in the conduit. You got to put in the tubings and the pipes and the wires to get it out to people. And the wire's not free, the tubing's not free, all that is not free, blah, blah, blah. So it's like air. Air is free, but someone didn't like the fact that air was free. So because air is free, someone said we got to make air more expensive. So that's when a lot of this face diapers were implemented. It's like, well, we could charge for breathing now if we make people wear a filter on their face. I wonder if that gets flagged. It's not. I don't think it's conspiracy. It just makes sense. Anything that's free, people want to try to charge for it. You know, the gospel is free. And if you go to a good church, it's free. But someone has to pay for it. Someone has to pay for the gospel. I don't know what the heck that was in my screen right there, but it freaked me out. So I think it was a dust particle or a bug. A dust particle or a bug? You be the judge. Maybe I'll screen record it later. So what time is it? 26 minutes into the video, I saw something strange go across the screen. Oh, it's probably from my hair. Let me see if I make it happen again. I got bugs in my hair and everywhere. My goodness. So my idea of doing this live stream is that maybe by chance, 1 in a trillion chance, someone's going to come into the chat, or someone's going to start watching and be like, hey, what up? And I'll be like, what up? And I'll say their name. They'll get the feedback, whatever. They'll stay for 2 seconds and then, boing. Oh my God. Oh, see, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, the dry erase markers. I was going to use this right now, so we could do an experiment. My idea is to use the dry erase markers on those vinyl dolls and then make animations out of it. So this is the channel that gives away all my secrets, which 7 people watched my last live stream after it was already done with. So if you're one of them that's watching it, leave a comment, contact me and say, hey, I do find your stuff interesting, but it could be more interesting. I'm gonna go throw away some of this basura. Oh yeah, this my chainsaw. I love my chainsaw, and I don't even know if this is going to work with my chainsaw. It was $5. I could just buy a chainsaw that's a 12-inch chainsaw. Just yeah. So that's 24 inches of chain. Is that how that works? I'm working on my Nathan explosion. Okay. Huh? Now for a word from our sponsor. Oh yeah, I gotta show this to you too. I got so many secrets. I got too many secrets and not enough time. I think I'm afraid of being bored. Shoot. Well, that wasn't very Oh, I found the dang phone. Shoot. I found my phone. I know you guys probably didn't care, but I found it. So I was curious to get some of the information off of this phone and see how it worked out, because I put things on the card, the SD card. Okay, let me see if I could get it to communicate with my computer. Communicate. Oh, transfer files. Here we go. So now I'm going to go to the file, see if I can find a file. Part of the C is where I put my Seagate. And then now I'm going to take my files. Device is ready. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Click away. I'm not gonna upgrade to my OneDrive because I only have OneDrive already. And then now I'm gonna see if it sees my Motorola. I see it. I found my Motorola. I'll click the Motorola. Whoa, 5.58 free? Ooh, my scan disk ain't that big, so I'm very curious to see if I recorded the video of the drone that I flew for 2 seconds and crashed. And yeah, that sucker crashed hard, dude. If I got that on video, that would make some good content. So I go to, oh yeah, okay, so I'm gonna make a new file. I'm gonna call it the Moto G file. Put the year 2023. I'm gonna go to the scan disk. I'm gonna open it. Okay, there's nothing there. Go to the DCIM camera. Well, has some stuff on it, so I'll transfer it. Then I'll delete it after. 231 megabytes. That's a lot. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm gonna find out right now. Okay, now I'm gonna delete these. Delete it from the Moto G. Yes, delete it. And I'm gonna go to the camera. No. DCIMB. No. Oh shoot! What the heck is this? I'm not sure what that is, but I'm not going to delete DCIMA. Huh. No. I don't think that's anything. I don't think it's anything, so I'm going to click away. Okay. Oh, still, let me empty the trash and see if that goes away. Empty recycle bin. Oh, how quaint. It didn't change anything. All right. The device is currently busy. Oh, crap. Why does it do that? I think I already did this once. Currently busy. Pictures. No. See? Don't know what that says that for. So, anyways, I'm gonna. Oh. Oh. That sucks. That freaking video of that drone crashing is not here. That's a bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer. No, let me see. Since that's not, hopefully it won't say it's busy. So I'm gonna go to here. See, it says device is busy. Should have rescued that damn video before I got rid of it. Well, like my mama says, if that's the most disappointing thing that ever happens to you, consider yourself lucky. What's this? Oh, this is me. This is me in July. 2 months after I quit my job. Yeah, not the best idea. I don't want to see if that pans out anything either, because that thing is a bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer. Whoa, that sucks, man. That video from that drone is gone. Gone. Because bad video is better than no video. But I don't think that applies with everything. Oh, dang it. Dang it, dang it. I'm going to plug in the Moto G. Didn't I plug it in last time? I don't think I did. Oh, almost. Almost canceled my live stream without canceling it first. No, I would have remembered saving it. Or would I? Moto G. Jeez. Yeah, I had a drone. My nephew's drone, I think it's destroyed because I went to go fly it and it fell out of the sky from like 20 feet high and went hit the ground hard. But he won't ever watch this and know what happened to it. I don't think anybody's going to know. I just put the drone away in the box and maybe if he takes it out later, it's going to work. But man, that was some good video too. Jeez. Oh my gosh. I meant to use it for my last week's video. And, you know, as a matter of fact, I wonder if I could do that right now. Go to the last week's video. Huh. Shows my own live stream. Whoa. No one else is watching it. Let me see. What were I going to do? There was something that came up that looked interesting, but whoa, this affects us all. Oh wait, let me see if it shows on my alerts. Kimcast IRL, everyone is black pot pilled. Everyone is black pilled. Oh, that'll be interesting. Let's ask, what's black pilled? Let's see. What is black pilled? I've heard that before. Misogynist, incel, and male supremacy. Red pill to black. Black pill. The black pill analogy, a fatalist set of beliefs related to the incel ideal. Oh, black pill, red pill. Incel. Well, as far as I know, what incel is someone celibacy in black pilled. Someone sees the future as being disastrous without there being a reason to justify thinking so. So black pill has something to do with it. Like you think the future sucks inside the mind of an incel. So the incel is somebody that is, shoot, hope it says here incel, internet incels. Let's see. Oil man plotting to carry out mass shooting of women. Oops, that's not good. Self-identified incel. Oh yeah, the term incel means involuntary celibate. Involuntary celibate. Involuntary. Oh, involuntary. That means you don't want to be celibate, but since no one wants to, no women wants to know them, so they're like, oh, I'm gonna be involuntary celibate. I mean, it's very curious because as a Christian, you have to be celibate. You have to wait until you're married. So but is it involuntary? I guess like fleshly speaking, it is involuntary, but spiritually speaking, it's voluntary. Whoa, that's really wild. That's deep. I saw that on the feed. I was like, man, I have to look into that. Black, the doom is coming. You know that things suck. Things are going to get out of hand. Things are going to get worse. But it doesn't mean you should stop working. It doesn't mean you should stop trying to date if you're single and you're looking to mingle. Go take some risk. Go and ask women out. I mean, really, women shouldn't be asking men at all. I mean, unless you're a really dense guy and then you need some woman to come and shake you and say, hey, hello, pay attention. I'm on a date. I want to go out with you. Jeez. But the whole thing, like in the early 90s, I guess the early 90s was when I first ran into some people that like, oh, I don't want to have children. I don't want to bring any children in this world because this world is so messed up. It's like, yeah, it is. So, does that mean you stop doing what you're supposed to do? Don't go out, don't do anything, don't take risk? Like, children are a blessing and they're gonna come around just at the right time. So maybe that does bother some people. Like having a child and your child might have torment and pain and torture, but you don't know if that's going to happen. Even a woman having a kid, they don't want to have a kid because they're going to probably get hurt during childbirth. The whole thing is very life is risky. That's kind of the whole theme with the Timothy Damits channel, is that life's strange and you're just supposed to do what you're supposed to do. So that's the whole message that, when, like, as a guy in his late 40s, I do hope to get into a relationship again after this divorce is over with. A lot of people don't even wait till the divorce is over and they get into a relationship right away. Maybe because I have no game, whatever. I don't care if that's what you think. I'm more analytic. I take more time to process information than maybe other men. So I slowly process the information that I get and try to figure out how to proceed with different situations. Just like waiting until the divorce is over with to maybe pursue some women, or one woman at a time, or maybe, I mean, I could pursue multiple women at once. But it's not like what the world does. The worldly idea of dating is part of dating is the intercourse, but that doesn't have to happen that way. You don't have to have intercourse. It's not necessary. It's not necessary to make huge mistakes when you're dating, because you could just have fun, get to know somebody, volunteer, just be out there in public and see what happens, you know? But like, I have a friend, that's part of the deal, and that's what he told me about, like, his idea is like, if he's gonna pay hundreds of dollars to wait to have sex, he'd rather pay hundreds of dollars up front and get the sex up front and not worry about, like, trying to have a relationship if you just want to have some, like they said, glorified, I don't know, am I supposed to say sex and paying for sex on the on YouTube machine? Well, whatever, I said it. And I wanted to do this whole thing about the seven deadly sins because of all my friends, all my different friends, all the different people I know in my life, how they let the seven deadly sins kind of mess them up, which I probably never even got that far in my other video about the what's worse than the seven deadly sins. The one thing that's worse than the seven deadly sins is being a coward. Listen to me. Being a coward is the most worst. A coward could be what precedes to the seven deadly sins. It's just like if you have a beautiful woman in front of you, she's ready to go, but you don't have the guts to turn it down. You don't have the guts to be like, you know what? I gotta go. I can't do this. There's a lot of cowards. Yeah, I admit I'm a coward too. Um, I'm not proud of it. I gotta work on it. Just like when I cultivated that relationship that I'm ending. Well, actually, she chose to end it through her actions. If I wasn't such a coward, it would have been uh, yeah, it would have been a whole different story. But anyways, I'm not even gonna get into it too much because I'm coming to the end of my live stream. I meant to do a live stream for an hour. I'm gonna see what the radio show is on right now.
Guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians.
It's not on yet. It just playing the commercials before the dang radio show, and those people have to pay. Living by the word has to pay to be on that radio channel because 99.5 KKLA radio channel, they charge for you to um, create content, but have to be on the radio, they charge. Okay, and when I took mass media class, it was the channels that are like 80s through I think all the 80s, like 88, channel 89, channel 90, 90.1. Those were all supposed to be public access channels because then is the commercial channels like um, 90, 95.5 here in Los Angeles is the channel for uh, like rock, the rock channel. It's funny in LA, there's not that many rock channels, but that's just how it goes. Should be more. Look at, see, the eyes are closed, but now with a little bit of an illusion, the eyes are open now. See, that's wonderful. And then this one, see, smirky face. Then you can put teeth. Just teeth, all teeth. And then you put a line. And it's like us. It's more of an illusion. Now I'm using my Expo dry erase marker, and now I'm gonna see if I could erase his face. The face. Uh-oh, it's not erasing. It's not erasing easily. Golly, that's no good. See, I'm gonna use a wet wiper to see if I could take off this face. This fist. I'm gonna get off this fist. But I think a wet wiper would probably take that face right off. Take the face off. I took the face off a little bit. I got to figure out how to get this to be a little bit better. Jeez. That's going to be a very big challenge to do this, but it's not like permanent. Using this baby wipe off the face. So the Bible Information Brokers is on. I don't even have questions right now. I have a lot of questions, but I'm just going to clean off this face and then I'm going to be like over it. Someone's subbing in today.
Well, I will now. And that would be Mr. Daryl Easy D. Folk, who you hear laughing at me right there. Daryl, what's going on this evening?
Hey, it's going well, man. I see this Facebook thing is up and running. That's a beautiful thing to do on Facebook Live. So those of you Harry introduced
Facebook Live, baby.
Broadcast. We have a little technical difficulty today, so we're going to do a little something different. But it's not going to be that big of a difference. What makes a difference to you? So start calling Eric right now at that number he gave you at 888-995-5552, 888-995 KKLA. Eric, anything else? Coming
in now. Well, Daryl, yeah, one very important thing that I wanted to ask you is if you could pray us into the show.
Oh, I'll definitely do that. Thank you very much for the privilege. Our Father and our God, we thank you for the privilege of life, this breath in our bodies, and I would ask that whatever it is that you do it, Lord.
Wait, I got up to do that.
And we ask that you do it for us to help us to focus on consecrating this time, setting aside this time apart for questions and answers. Help us to do what each and every individual is to participate in the way they are to participate. We have our assignments that we do on a weekly basis. Those that are in our listening team, those that are out there now, that obviously makes the show go with the question that they call in on this Q&A format. Lord, I ask that you work with them, deal with them, Lord, and get them to do what you would have them to do so that their questions, their participation may glorify you. And then at the same time, Lord, through that glorification, as I say weekly, I will say it till you call me home, so that we may be able to be edified in that glorification of you. We need your help, and we're asking for it in Jesus' precious and matchless name. Amen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Eric gave the phone number to give us a call. We have some other methods by which you can communicate with us. First of all, if you want to send us an email us at livebyword@aol.com. livebyword@aol.com. You'll hear that email address a little bit later on when I ask for you to participate in a particular financial, I wish I had a way to say ching-ching, or just financial way. We'll talk about that a little later. But livebyword@aol.com. We'll get you an email question in here. All the other formats are Bible info brokers as far as the platforms I'm going to tell you about where you can send your question. And all the platforms, if they have an opportunity for you to share that you're participating in this live broadcast, then please share on those formats, be it Facebook, be it Tweet, be it Messenger, or be it Truth Social. And the other ones that we're going to be trying to set up, we're going to try to get that same Bible Info Brokers address so it can be seamless for us and easy to remember. And so without further ado, what I can remember is, oh yeah, PCH, Professor Craig Hawkins, our other teammate. PCH, are you there?
Telephonically,
I gave it to you. See, I'm very generous today because next week I'll be out of town, but we're still going to try to work something. And hopefully, prayerfully, everything works out just fine. But thank you for telephonically, Craig. You know, good word. I mean, I don't know where you got that word from, but good word to operate from. Thank you for joining us.
This has been the longest streak you've been in person or live with us, and I don't know how long. So I'm incredibly honored.
Yes, you know what? It's my privilege. My privilege. And you know what? I'm gonna say it this way: more than me, I'm some kind of way. The Lord still gave me breath in my body. So I think about our dear friend Brian, and he's with the Lord, and yet the times that he was here, man, we try to be on the broadcast and honor God like that because it's ministry, it's work. It's like, who knows, but maybe God, it's almost a joke to me that God would use somebody like me to spread his word in this format or any format for that have you. But at the same time, me being a saved individual by accepting Christ as my Lord and Savior, it's an obligation to some extent to do some kind of work in ministry, as the way I understand Ephesians 2 and 10. We get that salvation. We're going to talk about a little later on during the broadcast. But he saved us not just to miss hell and go to heaven, as it were, but also to do work while we're still here, to do ministry, if you would. Does that make sense, Craig, as far as that for every believer?
I think so, Daryl. I think so.
Yeah, so you know what? What we're going to do today, Craig, so you can know that, because we have a little issue with the phones today, Eric's going to announce the person when they call in, and then we'll take it from there. Once he let us know who it is and what city they're calling from, then we'll get right into their question because we have little technical difficulties with the computer today. So we're going to roll like that.
wow, they're kind of getting like royalty. They have the treatment that's kind of like a banquet given by royalty, what have you, the announcement. Yes.
And he's also going to try to text us the questions as well. So, I mean, I feel like a little octopus myself, and with my hands going every direction with these different platforms I'm trying to get the questions off of. But Eric, yeah, we're going to give it a try and see how it turns out. Yeah, so we'll work that out. But right now, PC, I do want to start the show off with a kind of a question I have about. I was thinking about it because I played a golf tournament. I'm be playing in one actually tomorrow early. That surprise, surprise. And I was thinking about a guy that was on TV. The guy was about the senior tour, and I taped this for my wife, and I said. She's like sports. I wanted you to see this, and she said, "You guys got." She said, "Sport, especially golf is an interesting sport." She said, "And the way you talk about it, I can see why people be frustrated." So I showed her a picture or a tape of a guy that had a 4 or 5 foot putt, and he hit the ball 4 more times and lost the tournament. It was like on the last 2 holes, and to miss a 4-footer, have to putt 4 times. I was 1 stroke better than that guy the other day, Craig, when I had a 5-footer and putted 3 times. And you talk about quote unquote frustration, but personally, I don't get frustrated because I'm the one who did it. And I'm leading into this frustration about the truth of God's word and how we are responsible as human beings not to suppress that truth, whether you're a believer or not, because somehow God put in us the ability to know that there's something about truth and untruth, right and wrong. Is that true for all human beings, or is some human beings going to have an excuse because of their age, because of their mental situation, or what? Because I understand that the Bible said there is, it's almost like no excuse to the law. Ignorance is no excuse to the law. Did that carry out in a biblical sense, PCH?
Interesting you asked me this, and of course we didn't pre-plan.
Oh, here we go again. Holy Spirit.
Just hearing this now.
Yes, you are.
Well, Daryl, it's interesting. There is what's called in theology a general versus special revelation. Actually, I have a free outline on this: general versus special revelation. And general revelation is given to all people at all times, all places, under all circumstances. And key passages would be, among others, I mean, there's many, but the big keys would be Psalm 19, Job chapters 38, 39, 40, and Revelation, Romans chapters 1, 2, and 3. And so basically, special revelation is a revelation of the salvation of one's need for Christ specifically, by name, if you will, or at least trusting in the true and living God. Whereas general revelation is given to all people, and it is the revelation that God exists. There is a God, that He's made us. We didn't make Him, although I think we also think we do. We're in charge. Just ask us. And it's given to all people. It's not just in the West, but in the Middle East, the Far East, you name it, at all times, places, circumstances, people. And there's 2 aspects. When we say of general revelation, there's 2 subjective and there's 2 objective, or independent of us. The ones independent of us would include creation itself, and it would be seen in things like what we call the anthropic principle, which shows that the Earth, the solar system, the universe didn't just happen. It shows design. It shows intelligence. That it was made, put into play by an intelligent being. I mean, you don't look at the human eye and just go, "Wow, look what happened!" And it's incredible, the complexity. Just like finding a nice watch, Rolex or otherwise. You don't just go, "Wow, look, there was an explosion at a factory. This flew out." That's just kind of silly. It's something that is intelligent design to speak of an intelligent designer. So anyway, the first one is creation itself, the external to us, that is. The second one are called orders of creation, and those include things like, in any order, the family, the church, and government. Ideally, not that they don't get messed up and sometimes actually harm people. I'm not saying that, but they are from the biblical perspective, they are to promote good and stem evil. So they are good, for example, for a family is to be for the benefit of the spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical well-being of the child. Now, yes, again, we know there are exceptions and families that are totally messed up. But that doesn't disprove the good. Just like just because government goes AWOL at times doesn't mean government per se, from a Christian perspective, is not good. Or the church, we see pastors who go rogue and do things they ought not to. That doesn't mitigate the gospel. So at any rate, so those are called orders of creation. The big three there would begin with D in any order: the family, the church, and government. And then you have creation itself. And then there's two subjective components here, Daryl, and that would be conscience. I'm not sure a sociopath or a psychopath, the worst of the two. You know that certain things are right, certain things are wrong, and we experience pangs of conscience, right? We talk about things like remorse, to be genuinely sorry for something we've done that's wrong. The sense of guilt, genuine, true guilt, not a false guilt, but a true guilt, and then the idea of remorse, being and going on to repentance from that. So we have a conscience, but we also have, as Calvin called it, the sensus divinitas. Fancy way of using the Latin. It just means a sense of God's existence. So we know that God exists. We know there's a God that created us. We know that He's incredibly powerful. Why? Because you can't make something as majestic as the Earth and our solar system and all that, and not be incredibly powerful, incredibly intelligent, what have you. So the sensus divinitas tells us there is a deity. We know this internally. We know this subjectively, if I could use that word, Daryl. But we also know we're in trouble. We know that something's gone wrong, and we're not in good relationship with God. Some people think they are, and they're delusional. We've messed up. We've offended God. We basically flipped Him off, and we can't figure out what the problem is. What issue He might have with us. And then, therefore, we attempt to suppress this knowledge. And it always reminds me of atheists. It's kind of like this. There is no God, and I hate Him. I think of someone like Christopher Hitchens, who was so angry at God. You go, wow, what is this emotional volcano? Well, you talk to his brother, who actually is a believer, and you find out there was a number of things that happened in his life, and he blamed God for it, and therefore he rejects God. But listen to this passage, for example. Now that you've mentioned this, I can't want to say Revelation, sorry, in Romans chapter 1, it says, for example, in verse 18, the wrath of God is being revealed from heaven against all the godlessness and wickedness of men, of people who suppress the truth by their wickedness. Since what may be known about God is plain to them, because God has made it plain to them. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse. And by the way, then it goes on to say this quickly. For although they knew God, they neither glorified Him as God, nor gave thanks to Him, but their thinking became futile, and their foolish hearts were darkened. In other words, then they said, well, God created us, we'll return the compliment, we'll create Him in our image. And the proverbial person says, well, that's not the God I believe in. Here's the God I believe in. There's one problem, though. That's a delusion of your own mind. That's a God of your own making. That's not the God of the universe. So from this passage, in other words, people, Daryl, we want to do what we want to do.